Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and there appears to be a new movement from XRP holders. Yes, the XRP community really not happy with the news from the SEC and declaring that Ripple is selling unregistered securities by selling XRP, which is a major factor in the price of XRP going from close to 60 cents down to its low yesterday of about 21 cents. And so there are a bunch of XRP holders, understandably not happy about it, who want to, as a result of this, file a class action lawsuit against the SEC. So I'm going to share with you what that's all about. Interesting. And there's more. I've got a lot to cover in this video, actually. I think you're going to find it interesting. I've got a quote from somebody within the SEC who is certainly very pro-crypto. And the quote from this particular individual, it's just, she wasn't talking about XRP, but she frickin' might as well have. And it's crystal clear the way it's worded that XRP is not a security, right? Okay? And so don't forget that, other branches of the United States government disagree with the SEC in terms of what XRP should be classified as. There's other departments that say that it's a virtual currency, for example. And the rest of the world does not agree with the SEC that XRP is a security. And really, you've got one man at the top of all this who has since resigned, Jay Clayton, or as we call him on this channel, Jay Clownton. He's the one leading all this. So yeah, I got it. There's a team behind him, other people helping to make this happen. But it was really this one man's decision at odds against other departments throughout the United States government and against what every other country on the planet believes, which is quite simply that XRP is not a security. So it comes down to this one man, Jay Clownton, but believes to be the case. So I'm going to be going through that. Also, I want to share with you, there's a new tweet from Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO. I've got some word from major Ripple partners, including SBI Holdings. That's a major Ripple partner, as well as MoneyGram. We've got word from, what they have to say about this whole situation to this point. So lots to break down here. Before we go any further, though, if you would please delicately tap the like button, I would appreciate the support. And also, I recommend that you treat yourself, girl, by subscribing to the Moon Lambo channel, because why the hell not? Take my free content, damn it. All right. Now, as I record this, mind you, XRP, it's recovered a bit. And I just made a video in which I highlighted opinions from all sorts of chart analysts, which simply seems to be that the shakeout's over. Now, of course... Yeah, I never know what's going to happen in terms of new ridiculous news, so there's never a guarantee in terms of what's going to happen with XRP price action, but the charts, if you're just going by the charts, the analysts that I'm following all think that the worst is behind us, and you're likely going to see XRP continue to go up in the coming days and weeks. Now, to be clear, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and so you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I just think it's fun to talk about this stuff purely as a hobby. That's it. And so here was a tweet from XRP holder and XRP community member Kevin Bledsoe, who wrote the following. So I filed a complaint to the SEC on Jay Clayton and the SEC. Next, looks like I will be shopping for attorneys that would like to start a class action lawsuit against the SEC. And so this really clearly got traction. 2,600 likes. 573 retweets and 56 quote retweets. And I gotta tell you, like, especially for an account for him, so he's got 862 followers, that's incredibly impressive. It's hard to get that kind of reach. I've never had a single, mind you, I've got over 15,000 followers on Twitter right now. And so I've never tweeted anything out that got anywhere near that. And so I think it just speaks to the degree that the XRP community at large is kind of pissed off. And I totally get it. I'm a member of the XRP community too. I'm holding XRP. Totally get it. And so here's what he shared a couple screen grabs, and it's kind of cut off. So I'm gonna read this thing, but it's kind of difficult. But it's the actual SEC government website here. But you can see it on the screen. I'll just do my best. We wrote, the SEC's decision to sue Ripple after a 7-year investigation triggered a massive sell-off. And then it's cut off the screen. 4 is not a security as deemed by Japan, UK, and many other countries. Secondly, the SEC, that's supposed to protect investors, lackadaisical handling and waffling on regulatory clarity, has myself and many others millions of dollars. And I think it says Ripple has gone above and beyond to promote transparency. And then it's cut off again. Investors, as well as working lockstep with to regulatory gain clarity, something like that. I think you kind of got the gist of what he was saying. Unfortunately, again, the screen grab, you can see it on the screen. It's incomplete there, but you got kind of the gist of it here. And then you wrote this. Here's another screen grab, right? This is my first step to allow the SEC to correct its misguided action. Next, a class action lawsuit will be filed to recoup the millions/billions the SEC has cost investors. Not only did the SEC cause a loss to many investors, but has stifled the prosperity of an American company. And so I'll share with you my thoughts on this. First of all, clearly I'm sympathetic to anybody that is in line with the approach Kevin Bledsoe is taking, just to be super duper clear. And so let me just state a couple things here. You know, just imagine there's a different situation. Let's say that there is a company that's acting in some sort of nefarious fashion. And let's say that, say it is the SEC that comes after it. It doesn't really matter. Say it's part of the United States government, right? And let's just say that it's really bad news for the company as a result of this terrible behavior becoming uncovered, and the SEC or whatever department you want to imagine going after them. And let's say that negatively impacts the price, the stock price for the company. Well, the fact that happens doesn't mean that if it's all true. It doesn't mean that the government entity did something wrong. That's fallout, it's collateral damage, and it's very unfortunate, but it wouldn't mean that they wouldn't be right. You can't just let a company that's doing something nefarious continue to do the nefarious thing. I am, not to be clear, I'm not stating that Ripple did something nefarious or something illegal. In fact, I don't believe, I've been very clear about this, I don't think XRP is a security. I've been talking about this for years. It doesn't make any damn sense. Ripple has no special permissions over the XRP ledger. They happen to hold a bunch of XRP, but XRP was created before Ripple, the company, even existed, so what the hell are you talking about? Ripple is not the issuer of XRP. Period. This is verifiably true. It's like this whole thing is silly for a ton of reasons, right? So the question becomes, if Ripple didn't do anything wrong here, and then the SEC brought these charges and that caused damage, could it be the case that they were reckless in bringing this claim in the first place to a degree that they are somehow liable for the losses, the monetary losses of so many people? Now, I don't have a law background at all, so I don't know the answer. But that would start to seem more reasonable if this type of claim, and I guess you'd have to look at historic precedent, if the claim is so egregious and so out there, because I do think it's ridiculous. If it is sufficiently ridiculous, would the SEC bring in this claim against Ripple? Would they actually be legally on the hook for any sort of monetary damages from XRP holders? I don't know the answer. But you start to think from just a moral responsibility perspective, if that's the case, if they've sufficiently acted out of line with what would be considered reasonable, then you'd think there's something there. And so I can see why this what he tweeted here, what Kevin Bledsoe tweeted, I can see why it resonated. That makes all the sense in the world to me. So I don't know what the legal answer is, but of course people are pissed off. I got it. The price of XRP has just plummeted because of this. And then it happened in conjunction yesterday with a broader fall across the altcoin market specifically. So it's not because of XRP. You saw XRP a couple days ago start to tank based on the news, and then the day later, as far as news is related, no correlation whatsoever. Altcoins, and it's cyclical, they're markets, right? But all altcoins started to get hit. So you've got the XRP moving in tandem with the rest of the altcoins because it is an altcoin, and this bad news. It was just like a double whammy, and it resulted in XRP again going from close to 60 cents to almost 20 cents. I think it got down to like 21 point something cents. So we'll see here. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. Now check this out too. Here's an attorney named Jesse Hines. And so he was asked by people on Twitter to draft up a letter, which he posted on his Coil blog. So if you want, you can actually go to his blog here. You can see the URL up top if you want to just type that in. And he titled this an open letter to Congress. And so basically you plug in, whatever your state, zip code, etc. is, and then whoever it is locally that you need to contact. if you wanted to participate in this. So I just thought I'd highlight part of this letter. He wrote here, I would be remiss if and this whole thing, to be clear, it's about the SEC. He just wrote, an open letter to Congress here. And so it's all about the SEC's ridiculous action in going after Ripple here. And he wrote, I would be remiss if I did not share with you the hypocrisy and great failures of the SEC to protect U.S. citizens in pursuing this action. The SEC's mission statement is to protect investors, promote fairness, and share information about companies to help investors make informed decisions and invest with confidence. Unfortunately, in this lawsuit, the SEC did the exact opposite. While they make allegations against Ripple for manipulating the XRP market, oddly, without actually suing them for same, their actions in this case have caused the price of XRP to plummet from around 58 cents to as low as 21 cents. Most of the altcoin market has plummeted with XRP. And that is true, but again, to be clear, XRP did not lead this. It absolutely, the timing doesn't match up. If you have eyeballs, look at a chart. It doesn't match. You can look at when the news came out and when the price action happened. All right, here's a tweet from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. A very important reminder. Thus far, the world has heard the SEC's version of reality. The legal process will unfold from here, and the world will have a much more robust and complete picture of the facts soon. And so that in itself, he actually, when he wrote that, he retweeted something from Stuart Alderodi, who has got 30 years or so of legal expertise, his background, his career. And he wrote, reminder, the SEC complaint only alleges. Nothing has been determined. That's what courts are for. That's it. That's the tweet. All right, and so pointing out there that just because there's a claim, it doesn't mean that XRP is suddenly a security. It's not, right? And this is not going to go well for the SEC. That's my humble opinion anyway. And then from XRP Crow, he made an infographic here. I love his infographics. He's the guy that also makes the XRP community poster. And so this is a quote from Hester Pierce, a U.S. SEC commissioner, who said the following, and XRP Crow was estimated, he doesn't have an exact date, but he found it in a YouTube clip. And he thinks it was roughly from September through November, somewhere thereabout this year, 2020. And so here's what Hester had to say. If you are raising money for a company, sure, that's a security. But if you're just selling something to be used in a functioning network, doesn't look like a security to me. And so, what is Ripple doing? Are they selling? Are they selling a stock with that's not registered? Like, are they selling stock in the company? No, they're selling a digital asset that they didn't create, was issued to them, and it's an asset they own that they should be able to sell to whoever the hell they want to sell it to, and it's part of a functioning network. And so, again, Hester Pierce here, while not specifically talking about XRP, does XRP not fit? I think so. A shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf for sending this next piece my way. I do appreciate it, my friend. And he wrote a SBI statement on the proceedings against Ripple by the SEC. And so here's what it said. It's short, so I'm just going to read this thing. And by the way, this was from SBI Holdings website, which I believe was translated to English. So it actually did a pretty good job translating, but not perfect. I'm just going to read it as is. So if it sounds a little messed up, it's just a little error in translation, but you're going to get the cut of their jib. Anyway, for Ripple Labs Inc., headquarters, San Francisco, USA. CEO Blood Garlinghouse. See, there you go. Here and after Ripple. Blood Garlinghouse. Oh, man. Anyway, which is our business partner and develops and provides next-generation payment infrastructure utilizing blockchain technology, we would like to share our views on the impact of the consolidated financial results of the company regarding the case filed by the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. The group's investment ratio in Ripple is 8.76% in total. Our direct investment, 5.81%, fund investment, 2.95%, all based on potential ratio. When valuing the fair value of Ripple shares, it is not evaluated by the value of XRP held by Ripple, but by the valuation amount at the time of fundraising or stock trading conducted by the company in the past. It is evaluated appropriately and conservatively, such as being carried out based on. In addition, more than 90% of Ripple's customers are outside the United States, and 80% of the volume of international remittances made using the company's solutions occur outside the United States. Based on the above, we believe that the impact of this matter on the company's consolidated business results will be minor. So there you go. Despite it not being a perfect translation, I think we got the idea. They don't think this matters. SBI does not think this matters to them. And then you've got, where's this? Here we go. Here's a tweet from Yoshitaka Kitao, the CEO. Wrote, Japan's FSA has already made it clear that XRP is not a security. I'm optimistic that Ripple will prevail in the final ruling in the United States. SBI Holdings remains a steadfast partner to Ripple and looks forward to expanding together in Asia. See, they're not concerned here. Here's a headline from Crypto Comes Now. Ripple partner MoneyGram distances itself from SEC's victim. What about on-demand liquidity and RippleNet? And they go on to cite something that is not true, and it's I think it was just misconstrued. I don't think Crypto Comes was trying to mislead their readers, but there was a misunderstanding. So I just want to go straight to this press release from MoneyGram, which came out yesterday. And so here you go. The company has not currently been notified or been made aware of any negative impact to its commercial agreement with Ripple, but will continue to monitor for any potential impact as developments in the lawsuit evolve. MoneyGram has had a commercial agreement with Ripple since June 2019. This agreement represents the use of Ripple's foreign exchange blockchain trading platform, on-demand liquidity, or ODL for short, for the purchase or sale of four currencies. MoneyGram has continued to utilize its other traditional FX trading counterparties throughout the term of the agreement with Ripple and is not dependent on the Ripple platform to accomplish its FX trading needs. Now, to be clear, they're putting out a press release and they don't want their partners or shareholders to be alarmed. And they're just noting here, look, even if, because you can think, what if there's, you're doing business with Ripple, what if something goes horrendously wrong here? But the truth of the matter is they're still utilizing the legacy financial system for almost all of their transactions. Because look, on-demand liquidity is still getting built out. It's in its infancy right now. So that's not surprising. We already knew that. Most of their flows are going through the partnerships that existed before they had ever partnered with Ripple, and they can continue to go that route. It's just for the corridors in which on-demand liquidity is functional, it's more efficient and less costly. So of course that makes sense. But they're not throwing Ripple under the bus here. And then they wrote here, as a reminder, MoneyGram does not utilize the on-demand liquidity platform or RippleNet for direct transfers of consumer funds, digital or otherwise. Furthermore, MoneyGram is not a party to the SEC action. And so, of course, they would want to get out the word that they're not part of the SEC action if they're not part of the SEC action. That's just a fact. As far as I'm citing here about what they said about on-demand liquidity, I understand why that's the part I was talking about that was misconstrued. They're not saying they're not using on-demand liquidity. Of course they're using on-demand liquidity. You can see it on the XRP ledger, which is public. You can see the flows, all right? And they've been very public about this. So what they were saying here is that the way they worded it, again, let me just read one more time. As a reminder, MoneyGram does not utilize the on-demand liquidity platform or RippleNet for direct transfers of consumer funds, right? Because they're intermediaries. You know, they're not a cryptocurrency exchange. They never have XRP on their books. Alex Holmes, MoneyGram CEO, has been very public about that, and that's fine. So that's what they meant by that. And this is being misconstrued on Twitter and on various crypto media outlets, including Crypto Comes. It's been being misconstrued as them saying they're not using on-demand liquidity, which is verifiably not the case. So I just wanted to highlight that. Not the end of the world. Crypto Comes is not trying to be irresponsible. It was just a misunderstanding that I'm glad I had the opportunity to clear up on their behalf. But that is it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!